Hi, my name is Dr. Margaret Carlson, and I'm the producing artistic director of Ohio Contemporary Ballet. Anna Pavlova was a ballerina at the turn of the century, the 1900s. And she was a Russian dancer who danced with Diaghilev's Ballet Russe. And she was considered the prima ballerina assoluta of the world in her time. And she made the ballet, The Dying Swan, famous. So famous that on her deathbed, she died of pneumonia. She asked for her costume to be brought to her because she was the dying swan. Diaghilev's Ballet Russe left Russia and traveled the world introducing ballet to many countries, including America. But they spent a great deal of their time in Paris. That was kind of their home base after a while. And Diaghilev brought the greatest of everything together. Picasso, Chagall, they designed sets and costumes for the Ballet Russe. And Anna Pavlova was the prima ballerina of the company. And so she was the ambassador. She later left the company, started her own company, and continued to bring the word of ballet to the world. A couple years ago, we did a performance weekend at the LaSalle Theater in Collinwood. And afterward, a lot of people from the neighborhood attended the performance. And one of those people came up to me. His name is Tom Podner. And he told me this story that he is a sculptor. And although he works at Oberlin College, he does some of the restoration work on the statues at the Cleveland Museum of Art. And he told me, you know, there is a statue there of somebody you might know. Her name is Anna Pavlova. And there's a wonderful story behind how that statue came to be in the possession of the art museum. The person who actually created the sculpture, her name was Malvina Hoffman. And she was an American, and her claim to fame was two things. One, Rodin, the sculptor, accepted her into his studio and mentored her. She was the only female to ever have that honor. Malvina Hoffman was invited to a performance of the Ballet Russe in Paris. She was there visiting and was so taken by Pavlova. Pavlova danced her ballet. It was called Bacchanale. And the audiences, they swooned and oh my God, this is so amazing. And so she insisted on meeting Pavlova. And so that meeting resulted in a very long-term and deep friendship. And so Malvina Hoffman, as a sculptor, wanted to capture the choreography of Bacchanale. And of course, there was no videos back then. There was no recording devices. And so with Pavlova at her side, she created 26 friezes that captured movements from the ballet. And then she also created like a 2-foot-high bronze of one of the poses that was selected by Pavlova to be done in bronze. So what happened after that is that the son of President Garfield was an architect. And he was asked to design the home of the Dalton family in Bracknell. And he knew of that little statue. And he said to the Dalton family, I would like to commission Hoffman to do a life-size statue of the two figures. So it will be the actual size of Anna Pavlova and her partner, Michael Mordkin. And so Dalton said, fine, and she created the bronze. And it sat in the Dalton home for a long time, and then eventually they decided to donate it to the Museum of Art. So I engaged Robert Gardner to study the friezes and see what he could find out about the history of the ballet. And then we talked about whether he should attempt to recreate it, or should he maybe bring it into what modern taste is about. So in the end, we chose bringing it to the present rather than trying to capture the past, but still very much honoring the spirit of what the ballet was intended to be.